A lot of people try to win by being louder, faster, and more aggressive. That's wrong. Power that is real doesn't hurry. It doesn't say anything. It watches, it waits, and when the time is right, it moves just as it should. You don't have to be smart to outsmart someone. When they are noisy, you need to be quiet. Stay calm when they're upset, and planned while they're acting on impulse. It's not about looking clever in this video. It's about being unquestionably good at talking to people, dealing with disagreement, and being in every place you step into. It's easy to understand each of these 7 rules, but when you put them all together, they make something that most people have never experienced. A mentality that can't be changed. These aren't tricks. They are ideas from Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, who founded empires without saying a word. They didn't need to be noticed. They moved with purpose. They kept 10 steps ahead, and so will you. Let's get started. Rule number 1, be boring on purpose. Imagine a spy raving about his preferred cryptocurrency in a bright yellow costume. He wouldn't make it through the day. Why? Real power doesn't show itself. It hides. It fits in. It watches. Rule number 1 is to be boring on purpose. The idea is not to become ignorant or boring. The goal is to become invisible, to fly so low that people don't think you're a player in the game. You're just there, quiet, passive, and not really striking. That's what they believe. With the meantime, you're keeping track of everything. Who talks too much, who craves validation, and who makes fun of themselves with every joke, gesture, and insecure flex. You are the one who watches, the one who plans in the storm that acts like a breeze. What makes this work? Because people talk. They talk too much. They enjoy hearing their own voice. They explain too much, share too much, and sell too much. While they do all of that, you sit back and do the most harmful thing you can do in a conversation. You don't say anything. You always have the choice to not have an opinion, stated Marcus Aurelius. You never have to feel upset or worry about your soul. Most folks can't do this. They feel that they need to prove themselves by speaking up and making their presence known. That's where they go wrong. That's where you stay still, and by doing so, you rise. People in a world that thinks noise is smart and energy is charming find your quiet puzzling, even scary. People don't know what to think of the silent person. That's how it works. The flashy guy gets people's attention. The dull one draws secrets. They talk freely when they think you're not a threat. They seem sure of themselves. They are showing off. And by doing that, they give you access to their whole psychological file without you saying a thing. Seneca said, "The first step to getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are." That means giving up the urge to be noticed, praised, or validated. It's not laziness to be boring on purpose. It's discipline. It's having the self-control to wait to get what you want and not show your cards too soon. It's important to know that the most hazardous individual in every social setting is the one no one sees coming. Think about it. People get ready when you make noise. They get ready to argue. They look for breaks. But if you don't say anything, people forget you're there. They don't put up walls around you, they put up windows. And when it's time to do something, you're already inside. Now let's get down to business. Don't be quick to talk in a group. Don't rush to fix things or show off. Yes, smile. Let other people chase the spotlight like moths. You keep out of the spotlight. This lets you see the whole social battlefield. Who's in charge? Who's not sure of themselves? Who needs to be right? You collect these observations like tools, and when it's time to negotiate, influence, or attack, you'll already have a map of the whole room. And the best part? They had no idea it was coming. Marcus Aurelius, stop arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Stop acting like you're smart. Stop trying to act confident. Be the one who sees, learns, waits, and then does something. Boring isn't weak, though. Boring is a way to hide. And when the time is right, boring turns into scary. Everyone listens when you speak all of a sudden in a noisy setting. You weren't in the middle of the turmoil, so your voice stands out now. You didn't want to get attention, so when you do, it feels like you earned it, even like a gift from God. That's strength. That's how you outsmart anyone. Don't go in to shine. Come in to learn. Let them believe you're not even on the board. And what do they do when they finally see you? It's already game over. Rule number 2, master the long pause. You want to make someone uncomfortable? Don't shout. Just stop. Say something short, then let quiet do the rest. An extended delay is like psychological dark magic. It makes the other person very uncomfortable, and to fill that hole, they will act uneasy, talk too much, and sometimes even say things they didn't mean to. They'll start to backtrack, explain, or clarify a subject you never even questioned, all because the silence you caused made them feel vulnerable. People in our world are afraid of silence. People rush to talk, respond, defend, and fill every area with noise, because they worry that if they stay silent for too long, they'll lose their grip. But that's exactly the power you get when you don't say anything. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who was once a slave and learned how to be strong inside, said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." But it's not only about being a good listener. Letting silence be your approach is what it's all about. A gun, a knife that cuts through noise. When you stop on purpose, you send a message. I'm not reacting, I'm thinking about it, I'm not bothered. You change the social script. The individual in front of you starts to doubt themselves all of a sudden. Did I say something bad? Are they upset? Are they judging me? You've put the emotional weight on them without saying a word. You now have control over the tempo. The talk bends around your lack of words. Someone insults you, for example. Do you hit back? No, you stop. Look at each other in the eye. A little nod or maybe an eyebrow raise. The quiet is like a guillotine in the air. They wait for you to do something, and the longer they wait, the more they fall apart. That stillness becomes their echo chamber. And now they look unstable if they were attempting to get a rise out of you. They wanted to fight, but you didn't let them. You gave them room, and now they're suffocating. Seneca said, "Life is like a story. What matters is not how long it is, but how good it is." The same goes for speech. It's not how much you speak, but how much your words mean. A long pause before you speak makes it more serious. It makes folks pay attention. Hold on. Expect. Your voice has more power all of a sudden, not because it's loud, but because you've earned it. This strategy works in all situations. In fights, in deals, in sales, and even in relationships. Most people rush in to fill every second with noise, but you let the silence last a little longer than is comfortable. And in that area, you are in charge of the energy. You are no longer on defense. You're in charge of the rules. Give it a shot in your next talk. Ask someone a question. Don't jump in. Let the question hang in the air. Think of 3 things in your head. Pay attention to how their body language changes. Look at the uneasy smile, the changing stance, and the eyes that dart about to check whether they've messed up. When you do talk, make it snappy. Be clean. Not too much. See the difference. Marcus Aurelius also gave us this profound line. The closer a man gets to a calm mind, the closer he gets to strength. And nothing displays calm strength like being able to stop. It says to the world, I am not reactive. I decide when and how to react. You don't chase for control, you turn into it. The extended lull isn't just quiet, it's a sign. It says you are not bothered, you are thinking, and you are strong enough to be still. It says to the other person, you can talk fast, but I know what I'm talking about. Don't offer someone a quick answer the next time they ask for one. Give the silence some time to settle. Use it to your advantage. Let it say more than any smart response ever could. You master the moment when you master the pause. And that is power right there. Rule number 3, never argue. Ask questions. People who are smart never fight pigs. Why? Because you both get dirty, and the pig likes it. It's not merely a waste of time to argue with folks who are emotional and reactive. It's a mistaken strategy. They aim to drag you down into their mess, where reason dies and ego rules. The more noise you make, the more they win. You give up control as soon as you step onto the mental battlefield. And if you want to outsmart someone and win without showing your hand, arguing is the worst thing you can do. When someone comes at you aggressively, trying to question your knowledge, actions, or beliefs, the greatest way to respond is not to defend yourself, but to be curious. You don't yell. You don't match their intensity. You ask a query in a calm way, in a casual way. You turn the whole thing from a fight to an interrogation, and you make them question themselves. They say, you obviously don't get how this works. You say, that's interesting. Why do you say that? And just like that, they're off on a rant. They're feeling the heat now. Now they have to explain, defend, and prove. And with all that talking, their flaws start to show. This is what Stoic warfare is all about. Epictetus reportedly stated, a man can't learn what he thinks he already knows. People who debate are usually just putting on a show, not looking for the truth. They don't talk to learn, they talk to control. And dominating through volume is weak. It falls apart with the smallest amount of mental resistance. When you ask a question in response to aggressiveness, you take yourself out of the emotional flow. You become a mirror, a pressure point, and a force they can't quite understand. The most important thing is not to inquire in a snarky or condescending way. You don't want to make them look bad. You're staying neutral, even nice. Your voice is calm, steady, and clean, like a surgeon's hand. Because real control isn't loud. It's not loud. And when people think there will be a fight and instead get a quiet question, they come apart. They stop moving forward. They show where their reasoning is weak. And everyone who is watching, whether in a boardroom, at a dinner table, or in a digital comment section, starts to understand who is really in charge. Marcus Aurelius observed, if none of them know anything about the subject, the opinion of 10,000 men is worthless. That's the truth that most people don't know. No matter how loudly or confidently someone talks, if their basis is weak, it will fall apart. You shouldn't push. You should lean back, ask, and let the framework come apart on its own. You let them wander into their own mental trap, a maze they made but never learned how to get out of. Let's imagine you're talking to a gathering of people and someone attacks your concept. You don't stand up for yourself. You don't get back at them. You just say, I get it. What would you have done differently? Or, what do you see that I might have missed? These questions do two things. To begin with, they shift the responsibility of explanation. Second, they show strength since you're open, calm, and above the noise. That's not common, and people see it. This style of calm questioning works much better when the other person is upset. Your silence gets more powerful the louder they get. Their disorder makes your control stronger, and when others fall apart, you rise. The best way to deal with anger is to wait, Seneca stated. A query asked gently is a delayed response. It stops the loop of things getting worse. It keeps the fire from spreading. It shows who is really in charge, not the one who is yelling the loudest, but the one who is making the most sense. Don't fight then. Don't go into detail. Please don't beg. Just say it. Let people talk themselves into tight spots. Make their egos your enemy. And while others fight to appear good, you sit back and be right. In the end, no one recalls who yelled the loudest. They remember who stayed calm, asked the correct questions, and left without being hurt. This is how power talks. Not with sound, not with rage, but with a clear mind, calmness, and a plan. Please ask, look, win. Rule number 4. Control your face like a poker god. Facial expressions are not honest. They show no emotion. You might be a genius, but if your eyebrows start breakdancing every time someone bothers you, you've already lost. Your opponent might not be as smart, but if they can see what you're thinking, your doubt, rage, or insecurity, they'll use it right away. That's why your mouth isn't the most vital place to fight. It's your face. Your face is a radio tower. It lets your thoughts out before you say them. If someone insults you and you flinch, raise an eyebrow, or simply blink too fast, you just gave them the key to controlling you. That little quiver of annoyance, that half-second smile, and that tightness of your jaw are all signs of your weaknesses. You might reply, "I don't care," but your look said, "I care deeply," and you hit a nerve. Being robotic isn't the answer. It's to be stoic. Not without feelings, but in charge. You don't freeze your face, you get the hang of it. You learn to let things go through you like wind through trees. No response, no change. Just being there. Still, quiet. Be careful. He is most powerful who has power over himself. Seneca expressed it best. And in high-stakes situations like negotiations, confrontations, or mind games, the fact that you can regulate your facial expressions is what makes you untouchable. Most people act on impulse. Every insult, compliment, and change in energy makes their faces twitch. But if you stay steady, unreadable, and tranquil, they can't do anything with you. They start to make guesses, ponder too much, and project. And you get control in that mess. Put this into action. Don't respond when someone says something crazy that is meant to shock, provoke, or impress you. Don't lift your eyebrows. Don't even blink more than you have to. Just gaze at them casually, like they're talking about the weather. The longer you stay quiet and look at them with a blank stare, the more power you have. They'll start to wonder what you're up to. Did that work? Did I say too much? Are they judging me? That calm doubt is slowly killing them. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who had to deal with wars, epidemics, and betrayal every day, famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Know this, and you will be strong. Your face is one of those things. You can't stop people from saying things to you, but you can definitely manage how you show or don't show how you feel inside. You look stronger the less you show. The best poker players don't win because they can bluff brilliantly. They win because they never give anything away. They don't move. They take their time breathing. Their faces are made of stone, and because of that, everyone else doubts their own hand. In life, the same rule applies. People lose confidence when they can't read you. They are unsure. They fix things too much. That pause is to your benefit. Control doesn't simply happen on the exterior, though. You need to learn how to control your mind in order to control your face. You can't pretend to be calm all the time, so you need to train it. Be uncomfortable as you sit. When someone bothers you, try not to respond. When things get tense, learn to breathe slowly. This isn't a trick, it's a change. You don't just pretend to be calm, you get calm. That's what Stoicism says to do. Not acting like you're still, but really becoming still. When you get to that point, when you don't flinch, move, or offer any emotional signals at all, something amazing happens. Even if you never utter a word, people will come to regard you as powerful. They feel exposed when you don't move. They doubt their own confidence since you didn't respond. You're not merely in the conversation anymore. You own it. So the next time someone tries to get you angry, tease you, or show off in front of you, remember this. Being still is a strategy. Your face is not a journal. It's a stronghold. Watch over it. Stay calm. Don't let anyone read it, because the person who controls their face controls the whole game. Rule number 5. Speak last, win first. There's always that one person in a group conversation who is literally vibrating in their seat, just waiting to speak. You can tell, tapping fingers, twitching lips, and leaping in before others are done. They aren't paying attention. They're putting more bullets in. And when they eventually get the chance to speak, they give a speech they had practiced in their heads 20 minutes ago, no matter what is actually being said. Don't be that person. Be the person who waits, who listens to more than just words, such tone, pace, and tension. Let everyone else clear their heads, fall over their egos, and show their blind spots. You don't have to impress first. Your role is to judge, to sit quietly like a commander in a war room, watching the foot soldiers pour in, yelling and waving flags. The person who talks last, the one who takes their time, is the one who communicates clearly. There is a reason why the best surgeons take their time. Every action is planned. Every cut counts. That's how your words should be. Calm, clear, and impossible to deny. No extra stuff. Don't explain too much. Just clear sharpness. You heard the noise. It's time to put things in order now. You can process when you wait, which is something other people can't do. You're gathering information while they converse. You see contradictions, find weak arguments, and come up with a retort that isn't just an emotional reaction but a strategic blow. You don't swing wildly. You aim. Marcus Aurelius said it best when he said, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change." That's not being weak, that is strength. The strength of someone who isn't afraid to take a step back, think, and change. It's being humble but strong, able to bend but not break. You wait. You pay attention. And when you talk, your words matter, because you're not trying to get people to pay attention. You have to talk because it's necessary. To prove something, most people talk. You chat to work things out. That's what makes a performance different from a tactician. You say something that completely changes the course of the conversation while they fill the room with noise. And all of a sudden, everyone who thought they were in charge sees that they've been going in circles around you. Let's imagine you're in a meeting and 5 people are arguing about a topic. Some of them are making good arguments, some are just trying to look intellectual, and some are just half-baked. You let them do it. You agree, you ask a question or two to make things clearer, not to stop the conversation. Then at the perfect time, you talk. Not too fast, steadily, with understanding. And the room changes. Why? You didn't come to win the noise, you came to win the moment. This works in all places, in the corporate world, in romantic relationships, in talks, in arguments. The final voice often sounds the smartest, not because of the position, but because of the weight. You have understood what came before. Now you give something full. You don't have to yell to be right. This is very crucial when it comes to power dynamics. People sometimes think that the person who jumps in to talk is thirsty for approval or wants to show off their status. The person who waits, that's the one that people start to watch. They ask themselves, why hasn't he said anything yet? What does he think? And the longer they wait, the more vital it is that you don't say anything. Every syllable you say feels like a sentence by the time you open your mouth, not an opinion, but a judgment. Keep in mind that timing isn't everything. It's the one thing. It might feel good to speak first, but if you speak last and are completely clear, you are the last word. You don't follow the conversation. You finish it. You get the last word, not because you asked for it, but because you earned it by being quiet, watching, and holding back. Talk after other people have shown that they can do what they say they can do. Then let them see what it really looks like. That's how you talk last and win first. Rule number 6. Mirror their energy, then flip it. Have you ever seen a chameleon? It doesn't merely stick out and yell, "Look at me." Instead, it fits in seamlessly with its environment, changing to match the colors and textures around it. Then, when the time is perfect, it moves on its own terms. This is what psychological mirroring is all about, and if you learn how to do it well, you can outsmart anyone. Mirroring is like Aikido for the brain. You don't push back against someone's force, you meet them where they are. You match their enthusiasm, tone, body language, and even the words they choose. Someone is coming at you loud and angry, you start off loud and forceful, but not too much to get people to like you. Someone is being rude and sarcastic, you smile knowingly and sarcastically, showing that you understand what they're doing. But here's the most important part. Once you've earned their trust by copying them, you change the story. You change the energy to work for you. What makes this work? People tend to trust people who look like them. We are social beings that naturally connect with people who are like us. When you mirror someone's energy, you make them feel like they are connected to you on a deeper level. They let their guard down and relax. They say to themselves, this person understands me. That's when you gently steer the conversation in the direction you want it to go. Imagine going for a job. The person doing the interview is relaxed, makes jokes, leans back in their chair, and speaks in a casual way. You won't fit in if you come in stiff, solemn, and official. But if you mirror their tone, smile at their jokes, and relax your body, you'll get along with them right away. After you've made that connection, you can calmly lead the conversation toward your skills and why you're the greatest candidate. They'll be surprised by how confident you are. Epictetus, a Stoic who was a slave but learned to control himself, remarked, "What happens to you doesn't matter. How you react to it does." Mirroring doesn't mean copying without thinking. It's about deciding how you respond on purpose. You have to walk into someone's world just enough to get them to trust you, and then you have to direct the ship toward your goal. This is true mastery, being able to influence the interaction from the inside instead of battling against it. This method works in all kinds of scenarios, from high-stakes negotiations when every word matters to those tense family dinners where everyone is on edge. You know the type. The cousin who always complains, the uncle who loves to argue about politics, and the coworker who loves to use sarcasm. You disarm them by matching their energy first. They believe you are one of them. But then you adjust the beat steadily. You quiet their snark with steady facts and their rage with measured serenity. They don't even realize it, but they're following your lead and dancing to your beat. Mirroring is beautiful because it is both subtle and planned. It's not about lying or manipulating, it's about having empathy and a plan. You're listening carefully, thinking about what to say, and leading effortlessly. You're not losing yourself. You're leveraging your social skills to get ahead. The best leaders, negotiators, and influencers don't push people about. They go with the flow and then gently draw them toward the end they want. Don't fight back when you have to deal with someone harsh next time. Instead, match their strength, not to copy, but to connect, mirror their energy. Then, like a chameleon changes colors, modify the scene when you want to. That's how you change fights into dances and win without anyone knowing you are in charge of the moves. If you learn this, you won't only outsmart others, you'll be in charge of the whole room. Rule number 7, never show all your moves. This is the last rule, the most significant one, the one that makes the other 6 deadly. If you know everything else but fail here, you give up your power like a gift. So pay close attention. Keep your secrets. In a society where everyone talks too much, attention has become a cheap thing. Social media makes us think that the more we share our ideas, our problems, our plans, the more important we are. But this is a trick. You lose the element of surprise when you show all your cards. You show other people how you plan to act, what drives you, and what your shortcomings are. You become easy to guess. Power isn't loud. It is quiet, calm, and mysterious. Real masters never feel the need to share every little thing about their plan. Instead, they give away just enough, a word here, a gesture there, to keep people interested, speculating, and even a little uneasy. Mystery is a way to manipulate people because it makes them guess what you mean. People don't like uncertainty by nature. They will guess, worry, and often think too highly of what you might be able to do. That dread of the unknown is good for you. Marcus Aurelius was a Stoic emperor who ruled Rome during times of instability and plague. He never tried to earn public approval. His meditations were private thoughts about integrity and strength, not a social media post meant to show off. That's where real strength is, in the mind, where it grows silently without needing praise or credit. It doesn't need an audience to be authentic or work. When you see a magician, the trick isn't only the skill, it's also the secrecy. The magician never shows you the whole thing, and that gap makes you feel wonder, awe, and yes, control. You want to be the magician in both your personal and professional life. Let what you do and what you get be the show. Let other people wonder how you achieved it. The less people know, the more control you have over the story. This rule also applies to what you want to do and how you want to do it. You don't have to tell everyone everything you do in your life. If you tell people your ambitions too soon, they can steal your ideas or scare you before you even start. Not talking about your goals makes it harder to reach them. It allows you move quickly and softly. Only when the time is right should your success show your plan. Stoicism says that the only thing we can really control is our own thoughts and deeds. People's opinions change all the time, so external approval doesn't last long. When you keep your cards close, you protect your energy and power. You stay away from fights, judgments, and other things that aren't required. You do things your way, not theirs. This requires learning how to hold back in conversation. Don't answer every question. Don't go into detail about yourself when you don't have to. When people ask what you're going to do next, grin or change the subject. Don't admit it. Don't feel like you have to accomplish better than or match what other people brag about. Let your calm confidence and silence speak louder than words ever could. Keep in mind that mystery isn't about lying or tricking others. It's about choosing what to share. It's about knowing that not every thought, feeling, or plan should be revealed. Some things are stronger when they stay hidden and grow slowly until the time is right to attack. Make sure that when you do share something, an idea, a plan, a victory, it matters. Make it on purpose. Make it something people will never forget. The more you hide your hand, the heavier each card feels. That weight is respect. That weight is strength. So, keep your moves near to you. Let them wonder what you're actually thinking and what you're truly good at. Let them chase shadows while you stay quiet. Let your wins ring out in the silence you leave behind. This last rule brings the whole plan together. The other 6 rules are basically strategies without mystery. With it, they turn into a fortress, your stronghold, one that other people can see but can't get through. If you can accomplish this, you don't merely outsmart people, you own the game. To outsmart someone, you don't have to lie. It's all about mastery. Mastering your feelings. Being able to be quiet. Mastery of being there. You don't have to shout to be heard. To lead, you don't have to be in charge. The actual strength? It's about keeping your cool when everyone else is going crazy. So the next time someone attempts to get you to argue with them, bait you, or shake your frame, grin. Now you know how to play the game. And you play it better than everybody else in the room.